Hey everybody, well, I was going to make this video yesterday, but then I realized it's April Fool's and way too many people will think that this is some kind of sick and demented joke, and it will really not be funny because it's nothing to joke about. However, I am not kidding when I say I'm truly shocked. I'm holding it right here. This is the finished script for Hannibal. This is the last 80 pages, the last 100 pages or so of the script to In Search of Hannibal from Lloyd, that Lindy Beige guy. He finished it. He actually finished it. I'm holding it. He made the deadline. I kind of lost it. I gotta say, I sort of, my patience was done because this kind of stuff takes a really long time for me to do. And I can't wait. I have life to get to like everybody else. I gotta pay bills and eat every day, sometimes twice a day. So I've gotta plan this stuff because it takes a really long time to draw this stuff. You know, writing it is one thing, drawing it's another. So I can't believe it. I'm actually at a loss for words right now, probably stumbling over myself, but here we go. An actual finished script. I'm not kidding. This isn't some April 2nd Fool's Day joke, whatever. It's the actual finished script. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I'm absolutely stunned. I haven't even finished reading it all. I just finished printing it now, and holy cow, here it is. So you know what this means? This means I can actually start drawing this thing, get it finished, get it out there, and get it into the hands of the backers who have been so unbelievably cool and patient. Oh my God, thank you guys so much for all the patience. I refer to this project as my hell project, which is extremely difficult because it's really hard to put in hundreds or rather thousands of hours working on something when there's a dark cloud hanging over it. And it's just brutal. So I'm so glad that there's some light on the horizon and can kind of flip this around, and it's on most of the bulk of it now is it's the art, because here we got a script. What comes after? The art. So I take this and then I make it into a comic, and then pop, you get a book in your hand. So there you go. It's huge milestone. This is the biggest milestone since the beginning of the project. It is so good. It's so hard to get really pissed off about it when you're reading it and you're like, this is just so good. It's so good. So you're, on one hand, I'm really frustrated that it's taken so long, but on the other hand, it's just so good. And the end result, I am going to do my best to absolutely make this the best that it can be, the best comic that it can be. And you know what the cool thing is too? This is just the last third. Like the script itself is just, it's nuts. Like the amount of density that Lloyd stuffs in here is insane. I mean, you're just flipping to a random page. It's like, there's so much material in here. There are notes for me, notes for him, notes for just the backstory, stuff that isn't going to make it into the final book, simply because it's too much, and you can't stuff all this in. It just doesn't make it into the story. It ends up kind of on the cutting room type floor, so to speak. So the beauty is that this was one of the options in the Kickstarter, to have just the script itself as sort of like an appendage to the comic, which in itself is a really good read. It's really interesting in its own thing. So I am absolutely thrilled. I really just wanted to get on here right away and let everybody know that this is a huge milestone, and that it can now really move forward at a pace that has never happened since the beginning of the project. So, but I have to tell you, I have to be 100% honest and say that in the meantime, while I was waiting for this, I can't sit on my hands. Like I said, I have bills like everybody else. I gotta live and eat and everything. So I took other work, because I can't just sit unemployed for who knows how long and just wait. I can't do that. So I did take on other work, and luckily the project is amazing. It's I'm doing a book with multiple publishers, and it's on the home stretch. I'm illustrating it, somebody else is writing it, and I'm literally just doing the coloring right now and finishing that up. So it's like right close to the end, so I'll be able to get to this. You will be, if you subscribe to the channel, I'm definitely going to do some live streams where I'll be drawing pages from it and stuff like that. You can, I don't know, you can watch me listen to the radio and draw comics. So if you want to stick around and subscribe, you'll see that later on. You'll see that definitely this summer coming up, and you can watch me work on it. You can see progress. It'll be great. Time-wise, how long does it take me? It takes me about a week a page. That's what it takes for me to do one page of Hannibal. I've got to shift gears. It's going to be a little difficult because the book that I'm currently working on is completely different than the Hannibal thing, totally different art style. And so I've got to kind of shift gears after that's done back to Hannibal, which will be really exciting. And it's a completely different type of work, and it is way more intense, and it takes a lot more time. Good work takes a while. I'm making art, not content, which is also why I don't upload very often on this channel. It's just I'm too busy making art. There's a big difference between art and content. You know what? That's a video in itself at some point when I get time, which will be never, because I gotta draw all this. Oh my God, I'm so thrilled. So, wow. April 1st, what a crazy day. I did put the hard deadline in. I gave him months of notice. I said, look, this is the deal. I have things coming up. I have to make some serious life decisions coming up, because this stuff for me takes years. It takes me years to draw this stuff, you know, so I need to be able to work fluidly so I can plan my life. And I can't mess around because, yeah, stuff takes time. So I put the hard deadline in, and holy cow, he made it on April 1st. So there you go. So thank you to Lloyd, Lindy Beige, for getting it done. We haven't even talked yet, just quick emails. We're going to have a Skype in the next couple days after I have a chance to go over it. And we'll have a kind of a production meeting, a celebratory production meeting, and celebrate the completion and start to go over it. There's probably going to be some changes and this kind of thing, little things here and there. Also too, I want to let you know I have got a Substack like everybody else. So go down and subscribe to that. I really actually like the format of it. I like that it's like a newsletter and a blog put together. And for me, it works really well. I don't like a lot of social media stuff. It doesn't really work when it comes to art. And the thing is, it takes me so long to do a book. It takes me a really, really, really long time to produce work. Not because I'm slow, but because I'm working on really big projects. Like the one that I'm working on, the non-Hannibal book, the one that I'm finishing off before I get to this, it's another 200 plus page book. It's massive. And so these things take a really long time, which is why I don't really engage in social media at all, because honestly, I'm too busy working and I don't really have time to piss around with goofy stuff on social media. I've got work to do. That's the way I see it. It's like I'm too busy working to mess around with this. But I do like the Substack thing. I like the format of it. It's a good way to keep in touch. So I'm going to I have been kind of posting different things on there once in a while. I absolutely don't overdo it. This is more like maybe once a month, maybe once every 3 months. It's very few and far between. It's really only when there's something critical and that's actually kind of worth talking about when I'll send one out. So stuff like, I think when I do the live streams for this, I'll send one out. Just because to me that's kind of it's a big moment, you know, when I can finally start working on Hannibal, and I want people to see it. I want people to see the process. I think that's a really cool thing to share. And you know, sharing the process of writing isn't all that interesting until you're done. So I'm sure Lloyd will do a bunch of stuff about his work on writing it, but at least with the art, you can watch me do it. So go to the Substack, subscribe, check it out. It's free, obviously. Subscribe if you want to see me working on this stuff. If you want to get some behind the scenes type jazz, it'll be cool, I hope. And yeah, just thanks for your patience and all the best to everybody. Wow, yeah, I feel great. I'm so happy. So thank you all so much.